Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today we're playing some Plague Inc. Evolved. This time we're going to be taking a look at the official scenario of Golden Age. A global growth surge brings huge economic gains that primarily benefit the people at the bottom of the pyramid, improving the quality of life for billions. Healthcare and research is significantly improved worldwide. Can humanity be stopped? Probably can, knowing our luck. What I'm going to be playing as today is going to be the fungus. Now you might think this is a bit of a weird choice. And you'd probably be right, but I'm going to play it anyway because we haven't played a fungus for absolutely ages, and that's my reasoning. That's literally as far as it goes. Now, since last time, I've actually unlocked quite a few of these genetic codes as well. We got some ones like catalytic switch and other stuff, but we're going to stick with ATP boost because it's one of my favourites. We're also going to go for probably, yeah, I suppose we could go for aquasite. Aquasite good? Not really sure. What does suppression do? More likely to cross a closed land border. Okay, we'll go for aquasite. We've also got xerophile and hydrophile to give your plague a bonus in arid climates. We're going to go for the xerophile again. And also we have these three: ionized helix, bonus DNA when devolving, and symptostasis. Symptom costs don't increase but are easier to cure. Now this one, it might sound like it's got a major downside, but it's going to make things a lot easier for us to get symptoms, so we're just going to go for this. Okay, so let's play on normal, and we're going to call this, I like how it displays the name that you last played as. We're not going to be Jazz Hands today, we're going to be Spack Brain. God, that is probably not very nice. Okay, welcome to the Golden Age scenario. You're a new fungus. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Select a start location. Now, where do we want to go for this? I'm thinking maybe Egypt, because, to be fair, I've not actually played this for a little while, the fungus, and I can't really remember how to do it. So we're going to go for Egypt, because we know that's probably a good place to start. And considering that we have that symptostasis thing, I think I'm going to maybe evolve some of these symptoms first to try and increase the infectivity. So let's go straight away for rash, and we're going to then go for sweating. And should we go for, let's go for cysts as well, because that's always a nice place to start, because then eventually we can go into the mental side of things, which is always fun. Okay, so now we've done that, we just need to hang around for a little bit. Spack Brain has infected its first human. Weak but used to hot temperatures, it must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. Fantastic. Okay, so let's start spreading this baby. It's a fungus. Fungal spores, that's the one thing that we've got to do. Let's have a little look at this again, actually. We've got water. So this is all the same. We've also got abilities here. Spore burst and another spore burst. What's the difference between these? Completely similar. Okay then, well, whatever. But I think we're going to stick with the symptoms, and then after this, oh look, we've actually got some more money already, so I might go for abscesses. The only problem with this is that it's going to make it very easy for the game to spot that there is a disease going about. But after this, I think as well, we might go for... I think we might go for anemia, because then we can get the haemophilia trait. It's going to prevent blood clotting, which is going to increase the infectivity. I'm not sure why that would increase the infectivity if I'm completely honest, but it's okay. And then after that, we might get the skin lesions, because skin lesions increases the infectivity massively. We've actually got a lot of symptoms already, considering how early on in the game we are, but that might be due to the fact that I put that thing on it. So let's go for skin lesions, and then I suppose what we could also go for is maybe something like hypersensitivity. Particularly vulnerable in rich regions. That seems good. Is Egypt rich? I'm sure there's rich parts of it. There's pretty much rich parts of every country, isn't there? Okay, researchers have calculated it takes longer than expected for radioactive fluids with a half-life of 3 years to pass through valves. Reason unknown. Why is that particularly relevant? I don't think that's relevant, but it's okay. So let's get our hypersensitivity. And then after this, let's put something into transmission. So we'll probably go for some blood, because we've got the hemoglobin blood. Hemoglobin blood! That's totally not the right thing. And then after this, maybe we'll go for some drug resistance, because then we can start resisting them drugs in those rich countries with high quality healthcare, which is always a good thing. I think it's a standard. You always need at least drug resistance 1, if not drug resistance 2. And also maybe cold and heat 1. Depending on what you're going for. So let's go for drug resistance 1, and then after this, I suppose we might as well put something into water and air, because those are always pretty standardly good as well. So we've got quite a few symptoms. They've not spotted us quite yet, which is going to play to our advantage, which is thankful. But once we've got a few more points coming in, we can start spreading even quicker. I mean, to be fair, we've only been going for probably about 2 weeks so far. Unfortunately, they've just added air sterilisation to airplanes, which is going to make things a bit more tricky for us to spread countrywide. But there's not much we can do about it, it's just one of those things in the game. Okay, so we've got enough now. We've got water. New worrying disease spotted in Egypt. A diagnostic team in Egypt has identified a new disease which has been named Spack brain. It's quite severe and must be investigated further. No other countries are reporting this disease. Okay, well that's fine. They're not worrying too much at the moment. It probably won't take them too long to start being very concerned. Okay, it's developed the internal hemorrhaging. Probably don't want that quite yet because it's going to cause quite a few problems. So we're going to take that back. Don't want to start killing off people if we can avoid it. So we've just started infecting some other countries. We've now got Libya. Thank God for that. They've actually started the cure now, which is a bit of a pain. So let's now go for transmission of air. We need 10 DNA points, so just one more. And once we've got that, I think I might go for maybe drug resistance too, because then it's going to help us in the long term, probably. How much do we need for this? We need 26, so it's going to take a little while for that to do. The air transmission upgrade lets Spack brain avoid the new air filters on the airplanes and spread between countries again. Oh, right, okay, so that's quite helpful then. Probably should have combated that instantly as soon as they put those air filters on there. Right, so we've just infected Saudi Arabia. Tell you what, my knowledge of the world map is going to be excellent after this. That's one of the good things about this game. Could actually speed this up a little bit faster, because there's not really much happening at this point in time. Want to slow this down a little bit though. Egypt has now shut down airports. That's a damn shame actually. Although thankfully you've already spread in some of these other countries, which is going to make it a little bit easier for us to keep spreading. Unfortunate though, they haven't shut down their ports, so hopefully we should start infecting some other countries, much like France just did. Thank God for that. We've started spreading into Europe, so that all those countries are quite close together. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. Haemophilia and skin lesions are causing the infected to have blood pouring out of their skin, making Spack brain far more dangerous. Well, that's terrifying. But we're still going to stick with our drug resistance too, because as we go into... What's this? First death has been confirmed in Sudan. Oh, damn, okay. Well, we're going to stick with the drug resistance too, because obviously as we go into the wealthier countries, we're going to want to resist those drugs still. We only need 5 more DNA points, so it shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. Although the spread does seem to be quite contained at the moment. So, what do we need? 26. Okay, so let's get this drug resistance too. Now that we've got that, I think I might go for some cold 1. And maybe cold 2, just to start spreading into those colder countries. We might also get heat resistance 1. Having said that though, it's starting to spread into the hot countries quite nicely, so we might not need to bother. Okay, so 1 more DNA point, and we should start seeing a bit of a difference in the European countries. Haven't actually spread into America or any of that side of the world yet. Systematic infection, not something that we really want right now because it's going to increase that lethality. So let's just get rid of that, and then what we're going to do is get cold 1. And cold 2 is going to cost 15 if we actually want to do that. Might be worth considering. And I think I might also get water 2, because water 2 seems good. The UN announces a new aid initiative for poor countries, making them less vulnerable to disease. Damn it! Why are you supporting each other, humans? Okay, so we've got cold 2 now, and I think I'm now going to go for water 2, which is going to cost 15 DNA points. Drug resistance might be useful. We are mostly in Africa at the moment, so it's not going to help too much on the drug resistance front. But let's now get water 2, and should we get air 2? Feeling like we might even want to get blood 2, to be honest. Yeah, okay, because there's the poor regions. We're in Africa at the moment and the Middle East, so it might be worth getting those. Okay, so we need just a few more countries to get infected just like that. We'll get infection 2 on the blood side of things, and then air, which is going to cost 17. Right, so we should start seeing a bit more spreading in the world now, which will make things a bit more hopeful for our plight. Unfortunately, it has taken a little while for it to spread in the first place. We might even get extreme bioaerosol. I feel like that might be a good idea. Yeah, okay, it's only 18. Might be worth it. We've actually just gone into Russia as well, so I'm glad I got that cold resistance. It's now been placed on the WHO watch list, which is going to make it even harder for us to do anything. But that's okay, we've got extreme bioaerosol now, and we might as well start getting the infectivity up to max, because I'm going to take anything that's going to help me. We might get sneezing as well. Nice to have a bit of a smattering on the symptoms side of things. Nothing too lethal at this point in time, but that's not what we're going for. Okay, so the global effort is now getting a bit worrying. We're at 20%, but let's keep going with this. Have we got anything else that's particularly useful here? Pneumonia might be good. We can then also maybe go for nausea, because that's going to increase the infectivity. Not much, but because everything is so cheap, it's probably going to be okay. Then we've also got vomiting. I suppose we could go for vomiting. And then maybe we'll go for pulmonary edema. It's only going to cost us 7. Luckily, because everything is discounted in that tree, it's going to make it a bit easier for us to invest in things. So let's go for that. And then once that's done, maybe we'll go for diarrhea. Would diarrhea be good? It's going to increase infectivity quite noticeably. It's only going to cost us 6 as well, so why not? Hopefully, we can stave off this research as much as we can, but it might not be possible. Maybe we'll get necrosis next. It's going to cost 27, so that's quite a big leap. But I suppose the more endgame things are going to take a bit longer. And wow, actually, the tumour symptom has just evolved, which is something that we definitely don't want, so we're going to get rid of that. If you have a little look, Russia is like being overwhelmed by this new disease. So as we have got that cold resistance now, which is going to make things a bit easier, going to start struggling to get it into some of these extreme countries out here, because people are starting to shut down their ports and everything else. But we'll go for necrosis now. It's going to increase the lethality, but it's okay. And then we might even get dysentery, because that's going to... Do we want dysentery? It's going to increase the... infectivity, but also the lethality. I think we'll just go for it, to be honest. Okay, and then once we've done that, we want to probably just stave off everything else for a little while. Might want to do a genetic reshuffle at some point. It's going to cost us 21. Projectile vomiting has started. Not sure if I've done something wrong here. Maybe we will go for genetic reshuffle. It's not going to reshuffle it too much, though. But cure research is going to slow down as countries go into a bit of breakdown due to this disease. But again, it's not spreading particularly well, is it? Systematic infection is mutated now. Not sure if we actually want that. Systematic infection, spread fast and can be lethal. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that lethality. We're actually struggling to go into Kazakhstan and even Central Asia, which is strange. I was expecting this to spread a lot quicker. But apparently it's not done very well at all. Yeah, it's done incredibly poorly, actually. Well, maybe we'll go for genetic reshuffle 2 and a genetic hardening. Decrease future research speed, but that's not really going to help us, is it? Because it's already so high. I'm going to do a genetic reshuffle 3, but to be honest, I think we've just been screwed over. We didn't even get it into any American countries whatsoever. We're stuck dead in our tracks in Europe and Africa, and a bit of Southeast Asia and places like that. But damn, that was difficult. I think my major problem now thinking about it was that maybe I should have kept it quiet, maybe not gone for the symptoms over everything else. And if you look, I've actually almost killed off everyone who had the disease. So I think I made it just far too deadly too early. You know, if you ever want to win anything, or if you actually, let's rephrase this, if you ever lose at anything in this game, just realise that the bacteria plague is just completely OP, to the point where you just literally can play anything. And like any of these game modes probably, you can just play and win. So yeah, that's what I just went and did. I mean, the fungus is great and everything, and I wanted to try it out because I know we haven't played it for a little while. But realistically, if I was playing this game, you know, just to win everything, I'd probably just stick with the bacteria. You just infect literally everything, and then you just give them the symptoms. It seems a bit of a cheaty, boring way to keep doing it, though. ParkyMite 5000 has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. That ParkyMite 5000. We only got one biohazard star, though, but at least I finished it. Okay, well that was unfortunately a bit tricky with the old fungus, but on to the next one. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to leave your support in the comment section below, to leave ratings, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, awkward goodbye. Awkward.